supermarket employees, cleaners, delivery workers, those who continued their jobs during the lockdown, many of them earning low wages. The pandemic has highlighted the rising wage inequalities and in-work poverty. The European Commission has launched a new consultation with social partners to try to ensure EU workers get a minimum wage.
We need to boost demand to get out of the economic consequences that are going to come in the wake of the COVID crisis. And how do we do that? We make sure that people have money to spend, and people on lower wages spend more and all of their wages because they have to. And so this is a really important way in which member states, the European Union, can make sure that there's money in the economy and people are able to spend.
Business associations declined our interview request. The launch of this consultation comes just after Spain sped up implementation of a guaranteed minimum income. But the EU Commission doesn't intend to establish a pan-European minimum wage. Instead, it wants to set a series of conditions that member states have to apply to establish their own minimum wage level. At the moment, minimum wages amounts vary in the EU, going from €286 in Bulgaria to almost 2,000 in Luxembourg. There will be resistance to change, though.
Always when we touch something which works well in some member states, there is a certain fear that European regulations will kind of lower the standards. But this is not the case. We're speaking about minimum standard, and we're not speaking about maximum. So if you want to pay your workers, let's say, 70% of median wage, it's up to you, but not less than 60. That will be good.
Brussels is evaluating whether or not to propose binding legislation which would force member states to apply these rules.
There is no need to continue in the same spirit to issue recommendations which nobody implements. So I believe that these things have to be binding, and it's absolutely clear that minimum wage have to ensure people at least decent working conditions.
The consultation will last until September the 4th, but given the slowdown of EU institutional activities, it might take a long time before an EU minimum wage scheme is a reality. Jack Parrick, Euronews, Brussels.